One of the things we're doing is we're going to be reducing the cost of medicines by 100%, 200, 300, 500%, and even more than that. You're going to get the biggest drug reductions that you've ever seen. And they're already, I guess they're starting to kick in, but we've made deals with numerous companies.
And the president just added another company to that list, AstraZeneca CEO Pascal Soriot, meeting with President Trump at the White House for an historic agreement to lower drug costs in America. The company will provide direct-to-consumer sales of prescription drugs on the Trump RX site at up to an 80% discount. The deal also includes a $50 billion investment in manufacturing and research and development in the United States. Joining me right now is the man behind it all, AstraZeneca CEO Pascal Soriot, our special guest. Pascal, thank you very much for being here. Can you tell us a little about what you're doing here in the agreement with President Trump?
Thank you for having me. It's a very exciting day for me and for our company. And this announcement really is about putting President Trump's vision into action. So what does it mean? First of all, it means lower prices for patients in America buying medicines. It also means a relief for state budgets because there will be an immediate reduction of Medicaid costs, and that will help the states. So that's point one. The point two is really maintaining, preserving Americans' leadership in biopharmaceutical innovation. It's also about onshoring pharmaceuticals. We announced yesterday an investment in Virginia, and it's only the first step of a very substantial program. And that will ensure that active ingredients are manufactured in this country. We're also manufacturing antibody-drug conjugates in this plant, which are the future of cancer care. And the last part of the agreement is really about fairness. It's what the president called equalization. That means other wealthy countries paying a little bit more as America pays less. So the cost and the risk of innovation in our industry is fairly shared across wealthy countries.
I think this is so exciting, really, Pascal. And I guess our audience has been concerned that 90% of the underlying components in our prescription drugs are made in China, our number one adversary. Now, a cornerstone of this major investment deal this week is a $4.5 billion manufacturing plant, as you just mentioned, in Virginia, that will create over 3,500 new jobs. Tell us about that and how much more secure we should feel that you are going to be manufacturing here in America.
It's really an exciting event for us, again, in this beautiful Commonwealth of Virginia. We announced, together with Governor Youngkin and Dr. Oz, we announced a $4.5 billion investment in manufacturing. We will actually manufacture in the state of Virginia active ingredients for a number of our small molecule products, but we will also manufacture antibody-drug conjugates that are so critical to the treatment of many cancers. So a very important step in securing the supply chain for America. That's, of course, one part of the total pharmaceutical industry. We are one company, and we look forward to other companies also investing in the U.S. So we can actually ensure national security, health sovereignty of the supply of pharmaceuticals to this country.
Really important and so critical for the industry and for American people.
This is the first step. We're also investing in a cell therapy manufacturing plant in Maryland. We're building a second large R&D center in Kendall Square in Massachusetts, in Cambridge. We're investing more in manufacturing in Texas, and many more investments to come in manufacturing.
Pascal, let me ask you, with what you're doing in terms of this direct-to-consumer, the Trump RX website, as well as moving production to the United States with this new Virginia plant, how will you keep to the growth expectations of the company if things are getting more expensive? And is that accurate? Does it get more expensive for you to manufacture in the United States? I know so many companies are overseas because it's cheaper.
Well, actually, you know, with the new technologies that exist today in manufacturing, but also artificial intelligence, this plant, with all those technologies, the cost of manufacturing pharmaceuticals can be managed better. This plant in Virginia is not only a simple facility manufacturing products, it's also going to include the most advanced analytics technologies, artificial intelligence tools. So at the end of the day, we are able to manufacture at a very competitive cost if we have new plants that are equipped with the most advanced technologies to manufacture. And of course, that creates very important jobs, high technology jobs, science jobs that are well paid and create themselves additional jobs in the community, in retail, in supply chains, and fuel the economy, of course.
Oh, that is terrific news and also such an important point. Pascal, thank you very much for your leadership on this. We so appreciate you joining us.
Thank you so much, Maria.
All right, Pascal Soriot joining us.